So, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whichever one you might be watching this video on. It's Dom from Tech ET, and I've been defeated by technology today. It's won me. I've had a really good day actually, but like in terms of finding actual solutions and fixing problems, I feel like technology's beat me. I went and saw a lady today who'd had a couple of tablets reset, but we didn't know the account of which it had on before it got reset, so we couldn't get access to it. Her problem was that she was going round and round in circles. It wasn't liking the account that she was signing in on, but this is the only account that she's had. So on and so forth. So we've tried multiple different Google accounts to no avail, which is unfortunate, because that means that if she doesn't know that it's a bricked device, it's not going to work for her, unfortunately, because when you sign in on a device, like an iPhone, when you sign into iCloud, or Android with the Google account, a part of the safety measure of that is when you reset it, if you don't take off the account beforehand, then that account is locked to that device. So if anybody picks it up or finds it, steals it and tries to sell it, then your device is protected. Basically, it is a protection feature. However, when you're using it in such a manner, and because you haven't seen it or used it in years, which is this was the case, these tablets hadn't been used in a few years, so they obviously didn't know which account was linked with it, which is a real shame, really. So there's two tablets there that are now bricked, unusable. So I'm going to have a little think about if there's a way to access the main frame of the tablet, tapping into the matrix, and seeing whether I can remove Android from it and put it back on it, maybe, I don't know. But then even that, like, she said, well, I'm not really bothered, it would be just nice to have them working again. And it's like, yeah, I get that. So then, how do we do it? And another person, one of their computers was going really slow, intermittently would just drop out, and the other one of their computers, their disk drive wasn't working. So it was like a home office that was set up, and they were working in the office, but the computers were like quite old. They were like, I'd say at least 7 years, because I said 5 years old, they went, ooh, easy. So when I say 7, it could be more. Earbalg, this way, come on. So when I say 7, that could be conservative. They could be more than likely older than that. But I did some reading, and I disabled the disk drive. Let's start with the disk drive. I disabled the disk drive, put it back on. Then I went into the events and saw that it was working properly. It was registering it, and and everything was working okay. It was just, it wasn't pulling the information from it. Come on. So apparently that could be something to do with the SATA port. Here, look, here, oi. That could be something to do with the SATA port. So then that needs a little look underneath the hood, and unfortunately I'm unable to do that. So what I said was, as part of a visit over to Central Computers, it's going to be worth taking them both in to give them both a good clean, because it was a bit dusty in there. They run a Cattery kennels, and it was a bit dusty in there. And I said, if these machines have just been sat in here this whole time, or in an environment like this, because why wouldn't it be? It's an office. Then I feel like they both needed a good clear out. So I advised about the one that was intermittently dropping out. Once they get that sorted and have a good clean under the hood, and sort of make sure that the hardware is working well. Sorry, the light is terrible when I turn that way. That the hardware is working well and that the computer's working. I've told her to give us a shout so we can talk about, look at the doggo. So we can look at them migrating the files that she's got on that computer to OneDrive. So they use a Microsoft computer. Part of that is that OneDrive does come natively installed and integrated into that system and platform. So what she's going to be able to do is offload all of the documents and other various things. Delete Word, because they think that they pay for Office 365. So I said, get that on your browser. You don't have to have the heavyweight apps on your computer, because if you're paying for Office or Microsoft 365, then that doggo. If you've got Office 365, then that gives you the Office apps on a browser, which means that you can just go to Microsoft.com and open up Word, rather than having that heavy loaded app on your computer, because they take up a lot of space and they take up a lot of memory and power. So it's a case of protecting that and making this old machine just last that little bit longer. So taking all the heavy load off, give it like a nice little clean over, wipe the sides down, so to speak, and educate her on how then to now start using the cloud-based storage service, which hopefully will improve her user experience on the computer. I'm not saying it'll fix it completely, because obviously a computer that's 7 to 10 years old is gonna struggle a little bit. You're not gonna have the snappy speeds of a new one, but should still very much be functional. So that's important. So they're going to make a phone call to Chris over at Central Computers and see if they can get the hardware fixed on that machine. I told them to keep me posted and let me know how it goes. So that was my home visits today. It was a bit of a frustrating one. I said, oh, there's a heron. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. That's a heron. So a bit of a frustrating one with me when it comes to home visits, because I haven't actually been able to solve any problems. I've just passed it on to other people, which is frustrating for me. But that being said, it is I can't do nothing about it, unfortunately. That's the way that it is. And early this morning, I had a meeting with a lady called Sarah, who's part of the business support team for East Yorkshire Council, or here, look, this way, or at least a company that works for the East Yorkshire Council that's got that's funded by them or something like that. She's part of the council, I'm sure she is. And it was really exciting. I got to sit down and talk about the business plan, all of the ideas for Techie Tea, how it's gonna earn money and be self-sustainable as a kick. And how it's gonna plan to continue driving the free drop-in sessions, the workshops, the membership program, the recycling, like everything, and all the ideas that I've got. Obviously, I want to promote and I want to bring to life. So this lady is helping me, at least from a private business perspective, because that's one element of Techie Tea, that we've got to make money to obviously provide all of these free services that we deliver. So we will be keeping a track. I've just seen something by AbilityNet, which is an impact report, and I feel like something like this for Techie Tea is going to be amazing. I feel like we definitely need to be tracking the amount of people that we help, the amount of hours that we spend helping people, the solutions that we find. I feel like there's definitely a need for documenting the community work that we do. So obviously, yes, we are a business, but we're a community focused business that has to make money. We do pay our directors, but we don't profit from it. You know, I bill my hours and that's it. Like, that is it. And I'll be honest with that. I'm not in to make money with this. It's a feel-good project for me that gives back to the community. So to be able to highlight that through the services and the actions that we do as a business, it was quite reassuring. She thinks that the business model is good, that it's sound, that it has the capability to grow and to succeed, which is reassuring for me. We've now set a meeting in 4 weeks' time. Hopefully we'll have got the bank account sorted. I'm at the parish council meeting tomorrow in Nafferton to appeal to the residents and the local councillors there to get somebody involved. I need 1 or 2 more people. Or 3 people. I need 3 people. A non-executive board that's going to help me direct the business. My boy's Gavin Zoomies, look. Hello, come on. Here he is. So we're at Nafferton Parish Council tomorrow, appealing to the councillors and the residents, trying to find somebody who wants to sit. No.